When you started learning and teaching yourself these coding languages and you started building this company, what was your level of business experience at the time or technology experience at the time? And how did you even figure out what you wanted to build? I think there's so many people today. I literally was just at the Tech University in Monterrey, Mexico. 50% of the people from that university go on to become entrepreneurs. And so it's a really phenomenal institution. But one of the biggest questions I saw that young people have is, Jay, how do I know if I'm doing the right thing? Or I don't know what I'm building, or what should I focus on? I feel like now there's so much choice that people feel paralyzed by the amount of options they have.
I had a degree in accountancy, so I understood the record keeping of business.
Right.
All right. I started a little business, which was more of a bookkeeping business than anything, where I'd work with these small businesses. Some were taverns. One was a flower shop. One of my favorites was pest control, Phil's Pest Control. The guy's name was Fat Willie. I learned a lot from him. Keep track, the way he would keep track of things, and I, and it got to the point where over a few years, I could, start doing the records of a business, and I could tell you if they'd succeed or not. And anyhow, using those little things that I learned there, that's what I did when I launched my business. And then plus I learned, like, for example, I read during the Civil War, right? During the Civil War in the Union, there was General McClellan, who really trained and organized the Union Army. But he could not move them into battle, just couldn't do it, right? And then so Lincoln fired him and put Grant there, and Grant didn't care how they were organized. The enemy's over there, go there, right? That's what he did. And actually, the right way is a mixture of the two, right? So I learned that from them. I learned from John D. Rockefeller that the guy who knows the most about his business, he kept exceptional records. They were all manual, but he knew everything about his business at a time when very few people did. The guy who knows the most about his business quite often is the guy that wins, because, as you know, knowledge truly is power, and especially specific and pertinent knowledge. So, I mean, I learned from people in history, right? And then beyond that, I just powered through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love those examples. I think what I love about them is I often say to people that you can be mentored by people you've never met. When we study history, when we look at patterns, when we look at connections and start connecting the dots between events that have happened before us, you can actually garner so much wisdom and so much insight, even if you never asked Rockefeller the question yourself.
Exactly. I mean, and so many Julius Caesar's another one.
Yeah.
What he was able to do in Gaul and how he was able to, lead his armies. And one time he was attacked by a vastly larger force, and the battlements that he built was just brilliant, right? Nobody showed him how to do that. He figured it out. So, I mean, we have that ability as long as you believe in yourself and you give yourself a chance.